What's shaking, guys? Luke Dancy here. I am joined by the man from the Netherlands, the creative, the awesome, and he likes to wear monkey suits. Danny Urbanus, how we doing, sir?
Yes, very good. How are you doing?
What is the story about this, by the way? This is you in an ape suit with a hair dryer. Tell me, why are you doing that? What's going on with you?
I can't see the hair dryer on my screen, but maybe my screen is just too small. But
It's there, I promise.
yeah, it's there. Okay, good. I don't mind. But yeah, I did consultancy for a show, and I don't know if I can call it, but it's called Mindfuck. But I was in a monkey suit.
So it was part of the show. Okay, it was part of the show. Okay.
It was by Yeah, it was the classic throwing the basketball and then the monkeys walking behind. It's the classic
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
optical illusion, but
Cool.
became a running gag. So
Okay. Cool.
I was for 2 seasons the monkey in the monkey suit, but nobody knows.
It's out. It is officially out. Well, it's
It's
it's good
officially
to have
out.
you here, man. I know that there's been a lot of magic, coming out from you over the last year or so, and I know more is on the way. I've got pictures here. Some of the things we'll be talking about today. I've got some video clips too. We got the Which Money card, which is your most recent release here, as we're seeing. One of your very, very popular releases that I know came out not too long ago is this, the Lazy Man's Penetrations, which we might get a live performance
Yes,
of, huh? Maybe, maybe.
maybe.
And of course, last but not least, we got Boderica. And you also told me on the way into this that we just may get sneak peek at some upcoming stuff that you've been working on too, huh?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe.
All right, all right. So if you guys are ready for some magic, Danny's going to do some for you in just a little bit. But first, we're going to get to know him a little bit better. He's in the Netherlands. And for me, I'd like to get to know you here. Like, how in the Netherlands do you get into magic? Like, what's the magic world like? Obviously, I know there's a lot of great magicians in the past, from the Netherlands. But what got you into magic? And then we'll get into seeing some magic. How about that?
Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
So, my grandpa was a comedian, but not a comedian, but he was a grandpa comedian. He did jokes for the family. So he had like these puzzles and these jokes, but not really magic, but they were magical to me because I was a kid, 5 years old. But the best thing my grandpa ever did was he put his tongue under his teeth. And like for a 5 year old, that's the scariest thing you will ever experience in your life. But he did it once more and once again, and I couldn't figure it out. And me as a 5 year old always tried to replicate it because I was intrigued by how it looked, the visual. But I was like a dumb kid, like really like this, like trying to put my tongue under my teeth. But later I found out he had fake teeth and only he could do it and I couldn't. So, yeah, then a few years later I found out that my grandpa's brother did actual magic tricks. And then he showed me on my grandpa's birthday, he showed me an effect and that was in October. And in February, when my grandma was her birthday, he explained it. So I had like around half a year to think about how it actually worked, and he wouldn't tell me. And then after that, he showed me. And then after that, a few years later, my parents brought me to a magic show. Yeah, and then rolled into it, went to a magic shop, bought my first sponge balls and the Michael Amar cards effects. I don't know which volume actually, but one of these volumes was my first introduction to real magic.
Very cool.
And then, yeah, later on when I came back to his birthdays, I could fool him instead of the other way around. And yeah, one birthday I did an Out of This World, and I had this magic book where an A version of Out of This World was in, and I read it all by myself. So normally my grandpa or my father or mother would help me develop these tricks because yeah, at a younger age it's really difficult to understand. So they would help me progress how it works. And then, but this one I figured out for myself. And then on this particular birthday, I did the Out of This World, and everyone was looking at each other like, how does it works? Who thought this kid this awesome effect? And that was for me the first time I had like a real connection with an audience, like what magic actually should give to an audience, like the amazement, the wonder. And that was the moment for me in my mind, in my memory still, that I was hooked. And then yeah, as a kid you like everything for a week, and then you like football, basketball, and then but magic always came back. It was like a boomerang. Every time I tried to throw it away and find something new, it finds one way or another back to me. And then yeah, when I was 18, I went full on. I was like, okay, it's coming back to me way too often. I need to pursue this. And then yeah, 14 hours a day minimal. I think reading, watching YouTube, watching videos, practicing, like everything that was magic related that is interesting, I was looking at. And then yeah, a couple of years ago, I had a gig at a music festival.
Okay.
So I did a strolling through the audience, and there were two stages, and I was walking like through the audience, and I had a really awesome shirt, specially made for me, where was the festival at the back, and there was on the back there was like a red circle, and beneath it there was tap if you want to see a magic trick. So it was reverse psychology. So people were dancing and having fun, but if they want to see magic, they could come to me instead of I would bother them. So it was a really interesting concept because I did perform a lot of magic, but always from their point of view. They always wanted it. I never went to them, look what I can do. But there at the end, there was a party at the VIP lounge for all the artists, and it was like a local big thing. So all the great names in music from the local area were there.
Cool.
And yeah, I did some performances for them, and they went crazy. So there was like a lot of people there. And yeah, I needed to work because I was at the night shift. So I needed to work at 11. So I think at 10 o'clock, I called it a day because I said, yeah, I need to work. But the funny story is that there was an after party, and there were all these musicians in one room, and the only thing they talked about was my magic. Somehow it's made an impact, apparently. And then after that, I get a friend request out of nothing, a girl I don't know. And yeah, we had like 20 of the same friends. So I was like, okay, I know her friends. She's probably from the area. She was at the party. So yeah, I accept. And like 2 minutes later, I get like a Facebook message. Yeah, I'm part of a group called Mindfuck. We're a magic TV show. And yeah, we saw you on this festival, and we're searching for a guy to help our team because we're getting bigger and we need some new people to like with a fresh perspective. And yeah, we saw you, and I think you really fit the job really well. We want to invite you for a job offer.
That's awesome.
And then yeah, I went there, and then it was the most nerve-breaking thing on earth because yeah, normally you go to like an application and you say like, look, I'm here, I'm the greatest guy on earth, I'm never sick, I'm always on time. You see, that's the easy part. But now they ask you. So in my mind were the questions, what do they want from me, what can I offer? It's like you never had those things. And then yeah, I was there for 5 years, creating magic, making gimmicks, like the whole shebang, actually.
Very cool. And now,
and then we stopped.
And now, also, you are a creator of magic. You have created quite a few things. I know there's more that we, haven't even seen yet, which is also really exciting. What got you into like the close up, creating close up magic? What was it that kind of put you down the path of that? Because I know everyone has a different story on how they get into magic, but also how they get into doing the specific things that they do. So when it comes to close up magic, I know you do a lot of rubber band stuff and other things too. But what kind of got you down the path of creating magic? What opened that door for you? What do you think?
Yeah, for the creating magic, I really like the puzzle.
Aha,
So
cool.
I really like the way of what my personal experiences for creating magic is. I buy an effect, I rip it apart, and I build it up from scratch again. So if there's one bit I like in an effect, I use that bit, and then I change everything around it.
Very cool. Yeah.
So that's how I create most of my stuff, because yeah, there's a dream, there's like an ideal situation.
Yep.
So the question always is, what else, or what can I do with this gimmick, this
Sure.
prop, this, etc., etc. And then that's how I like to create. So I like an effect, I don't like the method, so I will change the method. And then if you change the method, the effect also 9 of the 10 times changes, because you find other beats.
Sure. And again, we have some of your effects lined up here. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at one of these? And then I know you've got some stuff that you wanted to show me as well. But your most recent thing is the one we're looking at right here, Which Money Card, and I actually have a clip of it.
Yes.
I've got the audio turned off, Danny. So if you want to talk about what people are seeing when I play this, you can do that right about now. So here comes the clip. What's going on here?
Okay, good. So yeah, it's like find the lady, and yeah, so you have now the two indifferent cards, and now it switches up that it's a transpo actually. And then yeah, we do it again, we show it again. So now we have two indifferent cards. Then we push this one in the middle here, and then again they're gonna transpose.
Nice.
That the queen now is in the middle, but you take it out and it transposes again. And then at the end, it was not about the faces, it was actually about the backs. And you got a nice final kicker that it is actually about the backs than the fronts. But this idea is also, for me, normally a Monty card is a sucker effect.
Yes.
Because it's like, look, it's not here, it's actually here. Yeah. So I didn't like that moment of a Monty effect. So, but I really like a Monty effect itself.
Yeah.
So then in my mind, ooh, what can I change? So they point out the indifferent card. So they actually write, but they're wrong because they transpose. So it's really nice do reality with the whole audience actually, because you actually are right, because I'm not saying find the queen, I say find the indifferent card. So you're finding the indifferent card, but you don't know because they transpose, you're still amazed.
Right.
And then this happens a lot. And then at the end, you say, but I told you to find the indifferent cards, but not at the fronts, but at the backs. And then you get them still off guard. And then you get the whole color change. It's not a color change. Actually, it is, but it is actually the indifferent card they find at the end. And then we have two versions of this. So we have the tabled version you see here. And I will also explain an in the hands version where you can also hand all the cards out at the end.
Nice. And also, I wanted to jump in real quick, not to interrupt you there, but Mark wanted to know where can you buy this trick and how much? I wanted to let Mark know this is a download and it is $15. And just do a search on any of your favorite magic shops for Which Money Card from Danny Urbanus, and it'll pop up. And there's also a bonus thing on here. If you guys are liking what this looks like, there's even more. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's another version of a Monty in a brand new way that I don't think ever existed before you created it, which is very cool. I don't know if you want to say anything about it, but I wanted to mention it.
Yeah, I will. I can say it's actually a Monty card with one card.
Yes.
So yeah, the idea for this was a friend of mine who lived in Rotterdam. He's called Joe Pecoruccio. I think not a lot of people know this name, but on Instagram he's called Mind Leader. I think that would ring a bell for more of you. But we gave each other challenges all the time. And he says to me, what can you do with one card?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I did more. First, I did some research, and you go to Warp One, you got the linking cards, and you got OCL from Ben Williams. And then he says like, yeah, but I want one with really one card. So no gimmick building, no nothing. And yeah, for me, it was just like sitting in my home. What can I do with one card? So the obvious thing you do is you just grab one card and you're just going to play with it. So I was playing with it, and then I tore a card up, and I had 4 pieces, and they were laying around, and I was like, oh, wait 1 second. If I took one card away, I have 3 cards, and I could do a 3-card Monty. So yeah, it's normally done. I can show you here with an ace, and then one of the pips here is other sides. Sorry, one of the pips is the money card, and then the 2 torn blank cards here are the throwaway. But that's more classic Monty, but it is with 1 card. But I'm saving this for later, so I'm not going to rip it up.
I know why you're saving it. I know why you are, but they'll have to wait. There is magic coming, guys, in just a couple more minutes here. Danny's going to perform some stuff for you. And I will let you know right now that one of my favorites, and I know one of yours too, you will see a live performance, not of Boderica, but this one, Lazy Man's Penetrations. Yeah. And I know this is one, you know, every magician, Danny, has an effect that kind of puts them on the map, you know, that really puts them out there. Like, people can release stuff, but you know, when they get we call it a banger, you know, when you get a banger, when you get the fire, you get the hot piece of magic everyone's talking about, kind of puts you on the map. This is it for you. This is the one that people wouldn't.
I can tell you this one is not it for me, because there's way more coming.
Oh yeah.
This is a good introduction of me and my style. But when the coronavirus is over, I can promise everyone there is going to be way more to the horizon.
Cool.
I can't talk anything about it, so I'm sorry for that. But I can say there are 3 projects in the running. That's the only thing I can say. But yeah, when the coronavirus is over and I can film it, and yeah, then people really know this is my style. So if you know, there are non-rubber band effects, I can promise. But if you like this style of magic, then there is more coming for you, and I know you will like it. And I know Luke has seen this, because I was once, I don't know if you remember this, but I was once at the All Things Magic, and I was at the bar.
Oh yeah,
you remember? I was at
Yes.
Yeah, and I performed those effects there. So a few of you who were once live, never before seen, has seen a little sneak peek. I have put some Easter eggs on my Instagram, so if you really want to go crazy and figure them out, there are some things. But they're real subtle. So you can't figure it out by that. But yeah, there's more to come. But yeah, for Lazy Man's Penetrations, it's all credit goes to Bacon Fire. He created Lazy Go. And what that is the first step of Lazy Man's Penetrations. So I'm going to show you in a minute more. But Lazy Go is just go to the first string. And then you need to do something, and then he can go back out again. So this is one of those things, I really fell in love with it, and I really loved the visual and the style of it, and I went playing with it. And yeah, Lazy Man's Penetration is the not the end result, is a result.
Mhm.
I can tell you. So I filmed it for myself. I produced it myself. I did everything myself, and yeah, I contacted Bacon Fire, and he was really cool guy. And yeah, bless him for letting me release this and pushing like the magic forward. I think that's a big important thing. And yeah, after this, the funny story is when I released it, it's what you say, it was a banger and it exploded everything. But after that, I really went crazy with this method. And I came up with so much more. Like, you wouldn't believe it. If you want to see everything I created with Lazy Man's Penetration, you should have a look at my Instagram. And everything that has a shape of a pen and a rubber band, it's Lazy Man's Penetration in another variation. I don't know if you can look it up, but there is a floating one because we didn't prepare this, so I don't know if you have it ready for the guys. But like, that's the recent most explosive thing there is. Like, there was a dream and I made the dream realize it's not practical at all. I won't ever release it at all. But you can see that from a sparkling little thing that Bacon Fire created, like, exploded a whole community doing actually my variation of his effect.
Yeah, I'm looking on your feed right now as well at some of your stuff, so I'll see what I can do as far as bringing some of that up.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, I can show you. I will show you. It's like really, it's this one. So it's next to,
Okay.
it's between Christian Grace. It's next
Yep.
to Christian Grace.
Okay. So let me see what
That's
I can.
the one. If
Let
you
me
can.
see what I can do here. I'm going to try something real quick. Let me try something real quick. My head's cut off. Oh no.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think I know what I could do here. So, let me try this magic that I can do.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Really good.
Don't do that. I'm all over the place now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go to my secondary display. Let me come back to us for a second. I'm trying to find the other screen. It would have been nice if I had set this up before, but I didn't.
You didn't know. I put you on the spot.
Oh man, I'm. This isn't good now. All right, what am I doing?
What trick?
All right, I'm gonna
the
let
ladies.
you talk for a minute, and then I'm gonna see what I can do.
Oh, that's really funny.
I'm breaking
Okay,
everything
I'm
right
gonna
now. I'm breaking everything.
I'm gonna talk about something. So you figure stuff out. I'm gonna entertain the folks a bit.
Actually, there were some
Magic.
questions real quick.
Oh yeah.
People wanted to know when it came to the Lazy Man's penetrations.
Yes.
Ellis wanted to know what's the difficulty level. Like, how hard is that one to do? People were wanting to know how hard that one is.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult for me to answer because everyone's level of getting something is different.
Yeah.
But for me and for what I've noticed and heard around me, it's not too difficult. I think it's more difficult than the Crazy Man's handcuffs. I think the Crazy Man handcuffs are a little bit more easy, but you can get, if you watch the video, you can get it down, yeah, in half an hour, I think. I guess I don't know what your level is, but it's not really that difficult. I think if I have a back view, so you can follow along with me when I'm doing the secret stuff. But yeah, I think, yeah, what's difficult? I think it's a 2 out of 5 stars. I would give it,
Okay.
if it's per difficulty.
What about the Monty? What about the Monty one? Is that one also pretty, not too tough to do, or what about that one?
If you know your Monty stuff, it's not so difficult. The hardest move in there is the Stuart Gordon double.
Okay.
So if you do Stuart Gordon double, that's the hardest thing in there.
Cool.
But my good partner in crime says you don't need it if you want to. But that's actually true. But I do it, so I created it. So if you want to do it, you should do it.
Cool.
No.
Another question about it, the Monty, is Mark wanted to know, with the download, is there a lot of prep before performing the trick? For this one specifically, when it comes to preparing anything, is there a whole lot of stuff you have to do beforehand?
No, you can. If you take it out of your pocket, you can perform it, and you can reset it when you put it back in your pocket. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So you have to prepare like the whole. You need to make a set of cards, obviously. Otherwise, you can do a color change. So we know there's an extra card, so we can talk about that stuff here. So you have actually 4 cards. And if you have the 4 cards, if you arrange them in the right order, then you can perform it. And yeah, there's no setup. If it's a packet trick. So if you put it in your breast top pocket, then you can just put it there and perform it. And after that, when you put it back, you can reset it in front of the spectators. And then you put it away and you can do it again, if that makes sense.
Yep. Gotcha. All right. And I was going to let you know, I'm going to jump back over here to this shot. I'll bring myself back in. I did grab a clip from your Instagram, the one that you were telling me about. So let me go ahead and bring it in right about now. Let me just add this in. I will resize that. And this is the one you were just talking about.
Yeah. So this is what's possible if you think outside of the box.
Wow. So good. Let's see that again. I'm gonna run that again. Oh wait, what? Where did the thing go? Let's just watch that again. This is beautiful.
Holland, that flip is also from Holland. So
here we go.
We should put it in every performance.
Here it comes. All right, let's look at this one more time. Oh,
so
man.
Yeah.
Oh, God, so cool. Wow.
So if you want to crack your brain and figure stuff out, then you should put your head on this one, because there's so much going on.
Beautiful.
But the dream was to float a Sharpie and pass it through the to the strings of the band, because it's like a stage illusion where a lady is floating and you put a ring around her.
Mm-hmm.
That was the image I had, and I was like, oh, what if the Sharpie, or in this case the straw, is the lady and the bands are actually still the rings to that it goes down. So yeah, that was the idea. Yeah, and then figure it out.
Cool.
And I did.
Cool. Did you want to show a little bit of the Lazy Man's penetrations? I know you have some bands on the old wrist there, so I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, I got some bands, and then we can talk a little bit about the bands on my wrist. Actually, I need to set up. So if I'm setting up, then so I don't mind telling you, because in real life performances, we have misdirection.
Yeah, we totally have misdirection. Yeah.
But as Luke mentioned, I have a nice tattoo here. We can also talk about that one. But it's all about the bands. But one way to get a band off your wrist is obviously like this. That's one way to do it. But another way to do it is just like this.
Nice.
And then you take it off. But we magicians like to use bands like this. But I use them always in a different way. And I learned it from a stage magician. We have like these scissors here, and then you just actually cut the band like this. So that's a way. And then I'm gonna make a little string like this, and then I'm gonna grab my straw, and you can see I will go a little bit closer for you. Then you can see that the straw actually goes through once.
Wow.
And it actually goes through twice.
Wow. So
like this. And then, many people really want to know how it works. This time, if you get the download, you get it. But I will spoil a little bit, because many people think there's a hole in the band, but there actually is, because you can see that there are actually two pieces like this, and then yeah, it's actually one band. But that's another story.
The last thing
yeah,
is just crazy, man. That's so crazy. Love that. It's beautiful.
It's not mine. It's not mine. I tell you, I'm inspired a lot by Bacon Fire. Yeah, he does it with a whole rubber band, like a normal band, none that's not cut up. But yeah, some way I made, it's also on my Instagram. Everything you want to see is on my Instagram. I have a video where I do it with a rubber stickman. So I made a stickman out of a rubber band, and I did stickman in half. But I really like the visual of the. I love the visual of his one, but I really like the visual with a broken one, because it gives a little bit more of a dimension, I think.
And I just added on the screen there at the bottom Danny's Instagram account, so check him out if you haven't already. It's at Danny URBANUS. It's spelled out for you, so check him out. And he's posting a lot of cool stuff, so I wanted to add that on the screen there. Over on Instagram at Danny URBANUS. So there you go. Little plug for you. A little bit of a plug there.
Oh wait.
It's gone now.
There is it.
It's gone. And now it's back. There you go. There you go.
Oh, now it's back. It's right here, other corner.
Yep.
Ah,
there
sorry.
it is. Or because we're like this,
There
I can also mess with you, and I can just make it like, look at me at Danny URBANUS. There you go.
People.
There you go.
Okay, that's enough self.
There is a friend of mine that I'm not sure if you know him as well as I do, but I know he's also from the Netherlands. I'm talking about my buddy Leon. He hangs out sometimes in our live chat as well.
Of course.
Yeah, so Leon's here. Yeah, very cool.
Nice. Hi, Leon.
Yeah. And Rico is what?
His cups and balls stuff is pretty crazy. It's pretty rad. Yeah.
I know. Poof. But he's insane.
Good. Yeah. So in the Netherlands, because he's also from there, I was wondering, what's the magic scene like? I know what it is in the States. I live over here in the States, but over there where you are, is magic as popular, or are there as many magicians, where you are? Or is it kind of one of those things where you have to look towards the internet to kind of plug in with the community?
Now we have the program Mindfuck I worked for, that was on TV.
Yeah.
And yeah, with a lot of famous magicians in the past and still living today. Mm-hmm. So of course we talk about Fred Capps, Hans Klok, Hans Kazan, Christian Farla is a big one at the moment. There's more illusions, but yeah, we have we have also Ger Kopper, who sadly passed away. Mm-hmm. But we have some big names in the magic industry. No, Elia, it's not you. You're not even from the Netherlands. Yeah, my buddy is here. He's mocking me, but he's from Slovenia, and yeah, never go there. So
you're the
best. No, but yeah, we have some great magicians from the past to look up to.
Sure.
So the history of the Netherlands is really big. And I think because of that, and like programs like Mindfuck, Hans Kazan had a nice show on TV, because it's really pushed on TV, and because of that, like more people are getting interested in it. And then, yeah, of course we have magic clubs, and yeah, I have friends like Rico. I know you're watching, so hi there. And yeah, oh yes, it's like, yeah, we have like a small community in the big community, where we jam and we help each other out.
Do you know Robert Blake? Our friend Kelly says his friend is a great magician over in the Netherlands. Robert Blake.
Robert Blake. I don't know. I know Blake Voigt, but not a Robert Blake.
Oh yeah. Okay. And Sven Bosch. Can't forget about the old Sven Bosch. Yeah.
Yes, of course I know Sven. If Sven is watching,
hey Sven,
you see, yeah, look, we can promote Sven. We got Sven here. I'm gonna cover up the spoiler here, because no one can see that. We have a nice close-up map from Sven right here. I need to go this way.
Screw you, Danny.
So, no, it's actually because I can show you because then I'm not gonna knock these things off.
Oh, cool.
I can hope you can see this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he prints like in. So it's actually
It's burnt in.
it's burnt in. So he makes the best close-up path in the world. So if you ever need one, then go to him. Yeah, and I'm not a close-up pet kind of guy, so I don't use one. So, but if you need one, you should definitely go to Sven because you can get your name burned in, your logo burned in. It's the greatest thing ever.
Waterproof.
So it's waterproof, I hear.
Yeah,
ear,
and
yes.
beer proof. So if you're having a pint and you knock it over because you've had a couple too many, then you're okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You're, okay. You're still okay.
So a little promotion for Sven from the Netherlands.
Premium magic soap.
Quick question coming in. Mark Weibrow wants to know which top famous magician or magicians give you the most inspiration, like when it comes to what you do, whether it's creating magic or just being a magician in general. Are there magicians that inspire you?
Yes. So I have a little more in depth before I'm gonna tell all the names.
Okay.
Because I think you're gonna be adapted by the persons you like. So my style is a combination of the magicians I'm gonna name.
Okay.
And if you want to be influenced or if you want to change who you are as a person / performer, you can look at different styles of people you like. So I'm really like, this is my style. Of course, if I perform, I have like a suit on, but this is the style you're getting. It's like no gimmicks, sleight of hands. If I ever use gimmicks, they're how do you say it? They're gimmicks that go in and out of play. So they're never gimmicks like a gimmick deck I use, but I use gimmicks in a way that you begin and end clean, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And for examples, my magicians I really look up to are Asi Wind. He's one of my favorite magicians on Earth. El Jazz Originals, yes. No, he's putting that there. So he's distracting me. So he is like putting focus on his name, El Jazz. He needs to name it. No, but I really like also Darren Brown for his performance style, down to earth, and how he presents his live shows. Chris Kenner has a big influence on me with rubber band stuff because you have all the crazy rubber band stuff, but the first rubber band effect I learned was Missing Link from his book Totally Out of Control. And man, that's a beast. If you ever want to go into rubber band magic, look it up, but prepare yourself for all the hard work and knuckle busting sleight of hand, because if you think Lazy Man's Penetrations is difficult, this one is 10 times more difficult, but the payoff is so good. So Chris Kenner is actually one. I like the thinking of Blake Voigt. Not so much his gimmick stuff, because what I say, I'm not really into gimmicks. I kind of into gimmicks, but on a different level than most people are, I think.
Okay.
But Blake for his thinking, and to name one more, I think David Williamson also had a great effect on me on like personality, like how you can be as a performer. So I don't take things too seriously, and I think he's the top master of not taking things too seriously. But I like his. It's like, oh, I'm just performing magic and let's have some fun. But there's really good magic underneath when he performs. And I think that's a nice style I want to create for myself as well.
Yeah, David's incredible. People think he's always funny, but what they miss is that he is one of the most technically brilliant magicians that we have too. He's incredible. He's incredible.
Yeah, I know. I love him.
Yeah.
He's great.
That's a hell of a list. I mean, it's a who's who of names.
Yeah,
like
it's a
best of the best.
it's a small list, but what I think is interesting when you look at the names, their styles are really similar to each other. If you're gonna look at Asi Wind, Blake Voigt, David Williamson, Darren Brown, they're all down to earth. They're all casually clothed. You see, it's not like on my list is not a Lance Burton who's like fully suited up, because it's not my style. So you can see I adapt from all those styles a little bit. That makes my magic what it is. And of course, there are other inspirations, but that are just of tricks and things. And I think for the majority of everything are those names, and Chris Kenner, not to forget.
Yeah, he's on a lot of people's lists. That's for sure. He's definitely amazing. Here's a question that came in that I'm interested to hear about as well. Grega says, how are you able to keep tricks that you create secret for so long before releasing them? So that goes for a lot of us, you know, like you want to show stuff, but you also know that if you show stuff, people could lift the idea or they could quote unquote rip you off. So how do you find is the best way to keep your magic a secret before you put it on the market so that people can, you know, purchase it?
Yeah, I think it's a two-way answer, because you want to show people and let them tell you what they think of it, because sometimes in your mind it's the greatest thing on earth, but when you show something they really don't like it. So that's one side. So you need to get feedback from other people. So if you're in the luxury like I am, and to have friends like El Jazz, Mindreader, they can have their honest opinion of something. So I can show a select group of people before I show it to a lay audience. And then, I think for releasing it, the joy I get is just to perform it for lay audiences, I think. Mm-hmm. So that's a way to keep it for yourself and not to other magicians. So don't post it on Instagram, but play with it for in your performances. I think that's a good way of keeping it behind the curtains for magicians. And another way is that I have some things I will never release. Maybe if El Jazz is gonna beat me up in an alleyway and put me in a basement
I'm a stoner. Come on, you're talking about
to try to release something from me. But there is some stuff that
some stuff
I will keep for myself, and because I know what you say is that people gonna run away with it, is I don't want that. It's just for me.
Yeah.
And I create magic for myself, and if I think it's good, I want to share, because I'm a big believer in making magic better. So if there's a way that people think I can do that, then sure, I will share things and I will release stuff with other people. But sharing stuff doesn't also mean releasing an effect. It's also helping another magician out when they're having an idea and they just want to keep it for themselves. That's more of the consulting person talking now. But if El Jazz has an idea, and I know he has a great idea for a stage performance, I can't say because it's all his, but I helped him with that. So I helped him to develop it more, to get his juices going. And I think that's also helping the magic community for a lay audience, instead of we as a community to give each other each effects. Is also like you want to give the best magic to a lay audience. And if I can help in any way or form with that, I think you should.
Well said. And since we're kind of going down the path of sharing advice, which is great advice so far, Danny wanted to know something, advice for beginner magicians just starting out. I know that people watching this, whether they're live or later, they're all over the place. Some are just getting into this. Some of them have been in it for a while. Some have never created a trick, but they want to. But when it comes to a beginner magician, do you have any you know, general advice for people at that stage?
Yeah, I have some general advice, and I'm also going to show you something I just came up 2 seconds before we go live, and I'm going to share it with you because it's not finished, but I think it's a fun little thing to show people how you can think for creating magic, because it's a different mindset. And any advice for a beginner magician is do what you like. And that's the only thing I can say, because if you don't like it, you don't get anywhere, and it's gonna get a struggle. So if you like cards, do cards. If you like coins, do coins. If you like rubber bands, do rubber bands. If you like creating magic, I think it's rare that people, if they have no magic background whatsoever, want to create. So, but if you want to create magic, just create magic, and then along the way you will figure out that everything you created already exists, and then you're going to create some more, and then you figure out you have some original stuff up your sleeves. So, but for me, the best advice I can give is have fun. Just
3 minutes we go live with all
I don't mind. No, it's just have fun. I think that's the best advice. And yeah, go to your local magic shop, ask around. If you say I like cards, they can help you out with card effects that suits your style. Because I think you should ask them, like, okay, I want to do rope tricks. Go to your magic shop, buy some rope. They will get you some rope DVDs, downloads, gimmicks, whatever, and then you can find the path. And if you find after a way that you don't like ropes after playing with it, then drop the ropes and do something else you like. I think that's the best advice I can give.
Okay.
And for the creating part of this little session is like, if you want to create, I looked it up. Creativity is actually connecting things that are not connected yet. So I can't do it, but I will show it. But would it be interesting to have like a professor's nightmare with rubber bands? I haven't figured it out how to do it yet, but look up of this close-up version of a professor's nightmare. So this is an idea. If you want to find out a method for it, you're more than welcome to do so. But this is like to find a stage solution and bringing it close up. So yeah, that's a little juice for you to play with.
That's cool. I like the idea. And of course, you being Mr. Rubber Bands makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. It's also, I have another idea. It's also in the name. There's a new effect out. It's called Rubik's Matrix. Matrix Rubik's Cube.
Oh, is this the
I don't
one
know
from,
where you have the big card.
Is this the one from Don Patricio Turan? With the cards?
I don't know, but it's
okay.
You have big cards and you put the Rubik's Cube behind them,
Patricio,
and you have a matrix.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking in my mind, a matrix could also be if we have a cube and you have like blue corners here. Wait, I have a picture of this. I can show you. It's better to show you. But that's I saw Matrix, and this is what popped in my mind actually when I thought of a matrix with a Rubik's Cube. So I need to hold this. So imagine a Rubik's Cube with 4 corners like this. That's the beginning of the matrix, and I don't have a good solution for it. But then the end of it would look like this.
Cool.
You see that all the corners go to one corner of a Rubik's Cube. So only by a name, this was the thing my mind was thinking of. Like, a matrix with a Rubik's Cube. Should be all the corners go to one corner? That was my mind thinking when I saw like, that's a traditional matrix. But you can do now a traditional matrix with a Rubik's Cube if you figure out a method how to do it.
Very cool idea. Very clever. It's
not going to spoil everything, but that's where it begins. So you begin with an idea, and then if you want to figure it out, I'm not really a Rubik's Cube guy. I'm gonna go get my Rubik's Cube for my live show. So I'm now playing with it, but that was the thing that popped into your mind. So if you see Matrix, with what else can you do Matrix with?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
find things, like combine things. So I see now nuts here, like on the table. It's not prepared at all, but why not do a Matrix with these nuts like this? You can do Matrix with nuts. You see, you can find stuff around with only the mindset of Matrix.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. And
And look around.
I was going to ask you too. Someone had a question that we're talking about creating and stuff, and I think this is a good one to throw in right now from YouTube. How do you deal with people ripping off your original ideas? So I know we're talking about how to get creative, and how to come up with ideas, but on the other side of things, how do you deal with it? It's going to happen. I think that's the number one thing people need to realize is it's going to happen eventually.
It's happened with me a couple of times already. So if you want to learn lazy man's penetrations for free, go to YouTube if you want. So that's an actual ripoff. But for my side, of course, it's a shame. It's shitty, but I can tell you guys, this is my honest truth. I only give 5% of lazy man's penetrations what's possible with it. So I shared 5% of the whole ID, and I'm gonna bring out more IDs with lazy man's penetrations, and my thinking is already way beyond what's out there, because I'm playing with it, I'm doing stuff with it. But for me, because lazy man's penetrations is a rip-off actually from Bacon Fire's Lazy Go, but it's a rip-off.
No, it's not.
Yes, it's better, but no, Al Jazz is also going live here, so don't mind him. But I contacted Bacon Fire. I asked him permission. I showed him what I came up with, and I got his blessing to release it, and I think that's the only way to go. And also for Boderica, it's from Apocalypse, and I asked some guys around who I trust, is it different enough from the original to put it out? And they all said, yes, this is a big improvement. So I trusted my friends and myself to release it, because it's, again, sharing with the community, making things better from my point of view.
Yeah.
And for the 3-card Monty, I actually got no backstory, because it's such an old effect, and it's, I think, a real original take on it. So I did my research, but I couldn't find anything. And after that, there are familiar stuff with it, but it's so in the out that I don't think I did mention, and we did credit every move that is in the Monty routine, but they're like a construction of moves. But this is here where you see it's an original take. This is a standard Monty move. Here's a frustration with a Stuart Gordon. I can tell you everything if you know the moves. This is a double placement. And now you pick it up, you do a buckle, and you do another buckle, and you take the second card. I think I now do this. This is Patrick Kuhn's ID. This is the Shapeshifter from Jay Senki. This is original to me, I think, where I just twisted, take it out. And this is a sandwich color change. I think it's around. And then this is placing a double on the table. So if you want to know how it works, that's how it works. But I explain in detail. But I think with the money card, also with the 1-card Monty, it's such an original idea using old moves that I think that the idea is really original, but the moves you can find anywhere you want, actually. But it's the structure that's original.
Yeah. And I do like that you mentioned a couple of times in there about crediting. It's something I like to mention as many times as I can, to be honest with you, because a lot of people are so quick these days to just rush. They rush to the market. They're excited. Maybe they want to make some money, like whatever it is, but they skip over that part, which is one of the most important parts when it comes to creating magic, is making sure the people that inspired you or directly you've taken their work and you've manipulated it, changed it, tweaked it, that they get credit too.
Yeah.
So I love that you mention that and that you do that as well. It's important. I think more people should be aware of that.
I think we have a new saying here. So because El Jazz is always saying we stand on the shoulders of giants, but I think we also stand on the shoulders of our peers.
Yes.
Like, because we're all equal at the moment, and I'm not better than anyone else here. So if I create something and someone says no, it's also good. But yeah, you need to create something else then. But yeah, but you need to respect the artist, and because I came in on a really nice way, and I think I improved everything I put it out, that people actually can't say no because it's too new and too improved. But also I came in like a nice guy, and people know that if someone has a better method or a better thing I created, and it's way better than the original, and I haven't figured it out yet, then you have my blessing, man. And contact me and release it and make magic better, but do it through the right way.
Yeah, well said. There is a right way to do it, and the reality is, if you guys don't do the right things, word gets around pretty quick. We'll just put it that way. Word spreads in our industry because it's a small industry. Magic is we're all over the world. We're spread out, but the number of people actually in this are not as many as people think. So, word gets around pretty quick.
Yeah. But do it the right way. Respect everyone.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you get to respect yourself as well. So
you're right.
It's an easy thing.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's a simple thing to do, but most people just, they gloss right over it. So
now these days it's so easy to get in contact. Like, I don't know where Fire lives. So South Korea, I hear from my assistant.
Hopefully I'm right.
So I hear my areas, South Korea. Oh, maybe it's wrong, but I think it's South Korea. But just an Instagram message away, and I contacted them. So don't get the excuse of not getting in contact with someone or whatever. And if they don't respond, just wait for a minute. You don't know their schedule. You don't know they're busy. And if they're really busy and they really don't get in contact with you and you really want to pursue it, try one of their friends or one of people who they do talk to. So if you don't get in contact with me, won't happen, I think. But talk to El Jazz, because he produced my effect, and he will tell me, yo, this guy is trying to contact you. Try to talk back.
And I'm the big reason you're actually putting shit out now. Then it would still be out in the woodworks somewhere.
So I think it's a nice time before the wrap up. El Jazz is gonna sit here next to me.
Hey,
because my friend, my buddy,
hello,
everything,
everyone.
There he is.
It's so funny to see the right.
Yeah. So this is my partner in crime.
Buddies.
Yes. So
I convinced him that he's a great thinker. That he couldn't believe it. He's also he's too like me, saying that he's so much better than he thinks he is, but he still says how good he is, but he doesn't say it enough. So that's my thought on Danny. Very, very awesome thinker.
Why don't you tell me the story of how you two met? That's interesting. You seem like good buddies here. So how'd you guys meet?
Are you sure you want to hear this story? Okay. I moved into the Netherlands about 9 years ago with my wife and 2 children. My wife is studying here, finished studying music. She's a composer. And I was out one day partying with her. She had her master's degree, finished, and now I'm walking around, and I only have one effect out. I'm not like Danny, a prolific thinker. I have one effect out, Coin on Call. It's been out from 2015 on Penguin Magic, but he knew me somehow, my face, although my face is not out there anywhere. He comes in and he says, hey, are you all jazz? And we just kind of clicked. I left my wife. I said, hey, I have to go session with this dude. This dude is so interesting. Nobody ever fanboyed out on me. So we kind of
I did.
just session connected, and from that day on, we just been sessioning.
But have you mentioned this was in a club with really loud music?
Yeah, just partying, like in a party, like really partying, dancing, and I'm with my friend. And suddenly this guy pulls my shoulder, has cards in his hand, and starts, "Hey, are you this guy who has Quinn on Call released?" Yeah, well, who the hell are you? So it was really, really.
And
unique.
what was the first? You can say what was the first effect I did on you?
On me?
What was the first effect?
I don't remember, dude. I was drunk.
I
was drunk. I don't know. I was pretty wasted. I don't know.
It was Missing Link by Chris.
Oh, true. Oh shit. Oh snap. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Missing Link. I've never seen that live, and that's what I said to him. I practiced it, never got it down, and I've never seen anybody performing Missing Link live, especially not that clean. If you know what I mean, that image there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was perfect.
Nice.
So yeah, that's how we met, and yeah, I think it was a nice connection, and I think a great friendship came out of it. And I think it's important to have people like that you respect, that you like, also outside of magic, that you can, to have some fun, so and to have some Coke, but like the Coca-Cola, not.
No, we're actually drinking Coca-Cola. We're actually drinking Coca-Cola.
We're not sponsored by Coca-Cola, by the way.
No, we're not, but we are. So we're not boozing here. Not boozing.
I'm going to be totally honest with you. I didn't realize that. I didn't put the pieces together. I know Your Effect, All Jazz. I didn't realize that's the one that was originally published in Magic Magazine many moons ago, right?
Correct.
Wow.
In 2011, and talk about tricks. Yeah, correct. Which was for me the pinnacle. Me from Slovenia, a small, there's no magic community. There is, but there's so small that it's like not comparable to any community. It's more like groups of friends. But that for me was releasing something in a magazine that I always cherished and had connections that really just respected. Was just okay, I'm done. So, but whatever I do after that is just the cherry on the cake. But ever since then, I've met the nice people like Jeff Price and people like Jonathan Friedman has been also a big proponent of this trick. He's working in Seattle, a magic shop, and always showing the trick everywhere. So, but yeah, thank you so much for the back. And also, and now that you mention it, I sent you a friend request years ago.
Who, me?
On Facebook.
Me?
Yes, on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Please approve it. I'm known for being a fanboy as well. Please approve my friend request.
I'm in trouble.
No, you're not in trouble. I'm also very, I'm down to earth as well. You guys are all busy. I know how especially watching you having all this stuff and that you are working with and working on. You are also busy guys, so it's no hard feelings. But as a fan, I connected and I tried and I kept my hopes up. And now that you connected the pieces, I was dared enough to say it. Please.
You connected piece with him.
Yes, and I was like, oh, yeah, now I can ask you for friendship.
I'm looking for it right now, so we will make that happen. Yes, we'll make that happen right now while we're live. You guys watching can hang.
I've been a fan forever, so nice to meet you finally, and happy to be here on the stream. And thank you, Danny, for giving me any screen time. Thank you.
Done.
Of course, but you need to go because we need to show them.
Yes.
No, you can stay, but we need to show them one more thing.
Yeah.
And I know Luke is waiting for this.
Oh yeah, the new effect.
The new effect.
Yeah. So you guys that have been hanging tight, I want to say this real quick. You are about to see something that is absolutely rad, and I'm super stoked for you guys to see it. And just so you know, I just hit the accept. I confirmed the thing on Facebook, so we are good. We are ready to go. And I will shut up and throw this back to Danny. Check this out, guys. This is awesome.
Okay.
Here it
okay.
comes.
Okay. We're gonna scoop in a little bit.
While he's doing that, while he's scooting, make sure that you follow not just Danny on Instagram, but I've got both accounts up. Follow both guys. You can see it on the screen coming up in just a second. All Jazz Originals. Make sure you follow them too, and Danny. Double Trouble, and you can keep up with all the stuff that they're doing. So follow both those accounts. Want to throw it out there.
Yeah, do that.
Cool.
So yeah, and as a nice treat, because me as just a nice guy, like Al just says, I didn't want to release it, but like, yeah, what he did to me, yeah, no one knows, but even I don't know what he did to me. But
I unleashed you on the world.
But somehow he convinced me to do this project with him. So yeah, maybe it was hypnosis, maybe it was the torture. I don't know.
I'm just a
But
nice guy. Come
yeah,
on.
that's what you say to the
I'm
world.
Very convincing.
You know, I know what you did to me. But this effect we're gonna film soon. Let me get it right before crediting first, because distancing by
Distance.
distancing.
Yeah.
Distancing by Ade Ramet.
It's available on Penguin Magic.
It's available. I talked to him. He also gave us his blessing to release this. I'm first gonna perform it, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about it, what I changed, and
I'm gonna be in the back reacting like Jabrizi's.
Jabrizi, yeah.
Nice.
Whoa!
Nothing happened, man.
I'm sorry.
Nothing happened.
Already being
Okay, controversial. Okay, so I'm gonna be distracted at the moment, and this is a really difficult. No, it's not. So I have an ace of diamonds here, as you can see. It can be signed. It's more of a live thing than a social media thing. It can be done on social media. The visuals are really cool, but live it's even looking better. But
before you continue, freely selected card, they fold it, they sign it, and then you do this.
Oh, and then I do this.
Then you
there's no setup.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should know actually. Yeah, but people asking. People gonna ask if there's a setup. Okay. No, there's no setup.
We have to say what is nuts.
We have to say what's nuts. No magnets, no strings, no rubber bands, no coins. You can do it stand up, sitting down. You can do it through Zoom, Skype, video call.
Okay, do it.
Okay, good. So I really like this effect. So we're gonna fold it in half. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it in half again. Oh my God, that looks clean. Never looked so clean. I can see the back side. So you put this side here, and then yeah, watch actually, because we can really slowly.
This is so good.
You're really down to earth for like Jabrizi's background.
I'm down to earth, and this is so good.
So then you go back to the original state actually. And then what's the nicest thing is that you can actually open this up and give it to the person like this.
Nice. Hell yes. That looked great, man. So good. Oh, yes.
So, yeah. Thank you very much. But I'm going to talk a little bit distancing by, I forget his name. Sorry about this. Ade Ramet. So sorry for getting your name all the time by creating this awesome effect. So this is one of these occasions where I saw the effect on Penguin, I think, or YouTube. I don't know where I saw the effect. And I really liked the visual of when the card is going in half. That popped in my mind immediately, man. That was so great. So I bought the trick, and sorry for this to tell you, but 9 of the 10 times when you buy a magic trick, you're really disappointed. Yeah. For me, I wasn't disappointed, but it wasn't my style. So what I did is his version uses a gimmick that you need to build. It's a one-time gimmick. It's a very good effect. But I was thinking you can do it without a gimmick. So I have a gimmick, but not as complex as his one. Of course, there's a gimmick. Otherwise, how else can you do this effect? So if you think a little bit logical, you know how it works, but you don't know the structure of it. And what's nice about this one is he needs to ring in and ring out the gimmick from the deck. And this is actually with just one card plus the gimmick. And you can hand the card out. And what's nice, they can fold the card, they can sign the card, you do your effect, and you give the card straight back.
Nice.
So yeah, I have this with cards. Also give a sneak peek, but I can tell you about the sneak peek that I'm working on a business card version and to do it with paper money. But with paper money is I tried it, but it worked one time, but it's not reliable enough because paper money is too flimsy for this
Right.
effect.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, but you can. But I'm gonna release. We're gonna film this. We're gonna release it soon, I think. And yeah, it's a different method. I think it improved a lot for me, and I think it will improve a lot for other people as well, who really don't like gimmicks. And yeah, you can now perform this anywhere, anytime, with any
Nice.
deck, and I think that's a big accomplishment.
Are you
Improvement.
able to share? Someone wanted to know, are you able to tell us what the name of the trick will be? Can you give us that?
What it will be, I don't know. Yeah, his thing is distancing. He's called L Jazz. Is yeah. If I'm looking off screen, I'm looking to L Jazz. If you want to know, L Jazz is want to go with the Denny Warp, but I'm not. I'm not really fond of it. I was thinking of calling it social distancing.
Oh, that's good. Come on, that's perfect, man. You kidding me?
That's on. You didn't tell me that. Where did you come up with that?
I come up with everything, man.
Oh no.
That's
So
good.
that's my way of calling it. I don't know. I think it's also a song A Lady in Half. So maybe also go that route. But we don't know. But maybe we can do a poll. So you guys, let's do that. You guys, I have two things for you. You guys figure out what the name of this last effect is, what we should call it.
Yeah.
So
We should do a giveaway.
yeah, L just is thinking like business minded, and we should do a giveaway.
No, just replace it with this one.
But I think yeah, we can send you something for the winner of the name, the nicest name for my take on distancing by Adoranet. So yeah, who's out there has a great name. My submission will be social distancing. I'll just submission will be the Denny Warp.
No.
Okay. So yeah. So you guys out there can think.
Gotta be honest, social distancing is the winner for me. I mean, that's so good. Yeah, that is just so good.
And I have to say, it is also. I screw my mine is not good.
So yeah, okay. But are you cool for a giveaway or not?
Yeah, man.
Is Murphy's for that?
Absolutely. I mean, as a giveaway for one of your prior releases, we can do those, or we can do it for.
Okay, now, but I was thinking because it's a really difficult one, and I think it's one of the most difficult one you will ever see. But I think it's a nice one, and I wanted to give away the whole package. So you get Boderica, you get the last one, and you get the rubber band thing. I don't know my own names of my effects now at the moment. So Laserman's Penetrations, Boderica, and Wish Money card. You can win that. Are you up for that?
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you at the end of the day, but yes. Yeah, yes, we can definitely do that.
Jazz is also up for that because we only share that one. So, okay, if someone in the comments can tell me what Boderica stands for.
Oh my God.
No one knows this. Oh yes, doesn't know this. There's one person on Earth besides me who knows what it is. Huh. And if you can figure it out, where Boderica stands for, you win the whole package.
Okay. I'm actually glad you said that because I kept thinking maybe it's just the American in me, but I thought it was Boderica. So
I don't know what it's called. I call it Boderica, so that's how I call it. But it's Boderica stands for something. You need to break it apart, and I don't. Is it called an anagram then?
Siri, what does Boderica? I'm kidding. Siri, what does Boderica mean?
I will give you a small. I will give you a small hint. If you say it like Boderica, that's your hint.
Okay.
And each thing is like this long effect name, but I narrowed it down to Boderica. So you got the first 2 letters of each sentence.
What are you talking about?
That's what Boderica means. Boderica, here, come here. People don't see you. It looks weird. Boderica means something. It means it's a name for something. It has to do with the effect. But Bo, de, ri, ka are the 2 letters of each word. So there are 4 words. There are too much hints at the moment. There are 4 words and the 2 letters of each word you got. That's the only thing I want to say. So, yeah, clever name, man. And if you figure it out, yeah, actually there. So he's gonna now put spaces after the bow and after the E and after the...
Yeah, just solve it on screen.
Solve it on screen, Luke. Then you can win some cool prizes.
I'll actually throw in the On the Shoulders project.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So those are the 4. You're not telling me that these are the first 2 letters.
Of each, yeah.
Oh, they are the first.
They're the first 2 letters of the whole name.
Okay, if I'm first to figure this out, do I get everything?
I don't know. Maybe you don't know it, so you can participate, so you can win your own effects back.
Oh, Derek, what? And it has to do with the effect.
It has to do with the effect.
And it's a rising card effect.
Someone says the border of America.
Good try. But
no.
These are American words.
No,
English
yeah,
words.
No, they're English words. Yeah,
English
there's no
words.
Dutch. There's no Dutch.
Village in Croatia.
Village. Shout out to my Christian brothers. I'm from Slovenia. We're all Balkan. Yes, Boderica.
Well, are they gonna solve it in this time frame? That would be really impressive.
Boderica.
And the one who solved it, praise to you, and then the rest can see. Oh my God, that name is so clever.
You could have given me a heads up and I could win this right now. Like,
yeah, I could.
You couldn't have told me this.
But there's one person on Earth who can now ring in and win this.
Is it Joe?
No, it's not Joe. No. Joe also doesn't.
Do I know that person?
There's no magician who's knowing this on Earth. So
there's no magician?
There's no magician on Earth who knows this. And yeah.
So I don't know the person.
Yeah, you know who it is.
Okay. Oh, shit.
So, Luke, have you gone any further with your
Bold Deception, rich card.
Okay. But now we're
getting there. Okay.
We're getting there. So he's on the right track. So that's the only thing we're gonna say.
Yeah. Both decks right cards. Okay.
We might have to give
Borrow deck rising cards.
We have a winner!
Hey!
Daryl,
very
congratulations.
Good. So I think you should contact Luke.
And contact All Jazz Originals, and we'll give you also On the Shoulders, because that was amazing.
Good job. All right. So Daryl.
You won 4 effects now. 4 projects.
Jesus.
And one of them has...
Yeah, but are the single down.
Yeah, true.
So let me add this real quick. So drop me, Daryl, since you're on Facebook, you can either drop me a direct message on our page right here, or you can drop me an email right here. And drop me an email right there.
Yeah, that's all.
There you go.
It's Reddit, but then
congrats to Daryl. All right, that was fun and very unexpected.
Daryl. Congratulations. Yeah, and now everyone on the world knows where it stands for. So, yeah.
Awesome. Borrowed.
Was it Bro Gilbert? Did Bro know the name of it? Because I know he worked with you on releasing it. Did Bro know or no? Okay.
No one knows. No, everyone knows the name Boderica, but I was thinking of a name, and then I was like, ooh, it's a borrowed deck rising cards. So I was initially want to call it borrowed deck rising cards, but then I was like, ooh, I'm not gonna say in the video borrowed deck rising card each time when I'm gonna name the effect. So I was like, it needs to be a little bit shorter. So my other effects are called Lazy Man's Penetrations. So also not like a really short name. I'm of the long names.
You know which name I like the most? It's the bonus from Which Money card. That name I like the most. of all your effects.
Of all my, yeah, because you created it.
No, if you want to know, because it's actually in the, I don't know how it came out. We didn't put the name out there, right? So they only name it in the Murphys. All the web shops have it just Danny's three card Monte. But what we named it in the video, if you buy the video, the name is actually 3-piece and a Monty. And if you're a UFC fan, and if you're a fan of especially, what's the guy's name? I forgot his name now. Jorge Masvidal. He has a 3-piece and a soda that he calls, and then we call it a 3-piece and a Monty. So that's
okay.
That's the thing for you. Little inside information if you want creativity on your names.
Nice.
Only on the names, though.
Only on the names, yeah.
So congrats.
Yeah, but my social distancing is working, so.
And we should be distancing. We're not. We're buddies. We're family.
We should wear.
We're family.
So congrats to our winner. I was going to bring this up just to show everyone. So he's going to get this, and then he's going to
get this one.
This, and
this one.
And the one that he named.
Know.
There it is. Costa Rica. Very cool.
Yes.
All right. Good stuff.
And one more. Get you a picture of that.
Oh, he gets one more from El Jazz.
One more from me, but if you don't have it there, so I'll just find it here. If you go on the All Jazz, because I don't have the name, the brand name has to be in there. It's not there.
You know, for the Which Money card, we actually filmed like 3 years ago, and it's the same thing now.
It wasn't 3, but it was a year. So on our All Jazz Originals, there is the top one is Which Money card, and the next one below there is my personal project. Oh, this one here. It's called On the Shoulders. There's nothing there on the screen.
Yeah, I'm like, am I missing something?
Yeah. It's the magic effect.
It's a new trick
you're
coming up with.
This one, you can see it here. It's on the shoulders. Doesn't have a fancy video or picture of it, but there's a video project. Has 7 effects in there. This is my personal work so far.
And he's also winning that. So
yeah, you get that
congrats.
as well.
Congrats. Yeah.
Everything we have, we actually shared for this only one guy. So yeah.
Very cool.
I think he should be happy.
That was very cool, you guys, to do that. That was very, very cool. Like, you didn't have to do that, but it's definitely appreciated. Yeah.
But it's all about sharing.
It's all about sharing. So, but the promise is he should create something new out of this because he has now enough material.
No, don't put pressure on people. Not everybody has your warped mind.
Love it.
Who's Dominic Dancy? Is that famous?
Yeah, you know, could be my son, perhaps. Yeah.
Oh, is it your son?
Nice.
Yeah, Mr. Dominic. Yeah, he's hanging out. He's almost done with school for the day, so he's on YouTube watching you guys do giveaways.
Oh, cool. Hi, Dominic.
Yep.
So, is there anything else people want to know? Actually,
we had a nice comment here saying. Lazy Man's Penetrations is single-handedly responsible for getting me deep into rubber band magic, so that's cool.
See, that's why I call it the new Crazy Man handcuffs. I'm telling you.
My buddy's checking in. I don't know how to say this. Hopefully, I'll bring you big screen. I can't pronounce this, so maybe you'll know what it is. It is this.
Wanneer gaan we weer chillen?
Oh, Danny.
It's a friend of mine from the Netherlands also, and he asked when we're gonna hang out again. And my answer
wait,
is
Tricks and Beats. I know him. He's on the old Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He does beatboxing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess for some reason that means beatboxing to me when I go like that.
Okay, good. Yeah. Actually is.
And people want to know will there be more rubber band magic coming from you too? That was another question that's been coming in a few times.
If you, I have some other effects. I don't know if I can perform it because honestly, I'm doing so much other stuff at the moment. I don't know if I actually can do it. I'm just gonna give it a go. So
Okay, I'll move away.
let me try this once. Yes, okay. I'm gonna give this a go live. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm working on this at the moment. So where you have the rubber bands on your wrist, and I'm gonna place one on the hand, and the delay thing is a little bit necky for me because I can't see what I'm actually doing, but it's actually like a slow motion vanish of the band.
Oh, wow.
And you can see that it actually slowly vanishes, and then it's slowly coming back, and then I can show you that it's all the way there again.
That looked
So
really, really good.
So that's a thing I've been working on, and I don't know if this is gonna work. You're gonna put me on the spot here, guys. So
No. Just do it.
just do it.
Do it.
So I don't know how this is going to look. I hope it's gonna look. Sorry, it's a little setup. So, but
it's also, again, you're thinking on how you create.
I'm thinking. So if it's ever gonna get out, let me see if this is gonna work. Looks good from your point of view.
Looks good, even from mine.
No one sees anything here, but it looks good for you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try now.
Figure out how to show it.
Let me see if I can do this. Yes. So watch the rubber band. Like,
yay!
it really rising.
Oh, that's cool.
The thumb, actually, that's what I've been working on. It's a familiar effect, of course. Everyone knows this one, but it's like
with the ring,
with two rubber bands, and it's a more condensed version. And this is a really funny story, actually, how I came up with it, because I have a really cool cinematic rubber band effect of a trailer-ish on my Instagram, where I do it with a very good tip for you guys is to do it with those light sticks. You know, when you break them with the fluid, and you just shake it instead of a band. If you watch that video, it looks like a lightsaber going through a band up and down. It's amazing. But on a side note, but I did the same effect on that video, and I had a talk with Gerard Clark. I think a lot of people know him, and he was really, really fooled by this effect. And he says the only way it could be done is with thread. And then I said, man, you're spot on, because that was the thing I did in the video. But then he made me thinking, like, shit, if he knows it's done with rubber, how you say it, with thread, then I should find another way. And yeah, this is another way. This is an impromptu way of doing it. So it's actually the old method, how you do it with the broken rubber band. Everyone knows this one, where it goes up. It's the same method, but a little bit more advanced, I would say. So that's the rubber band thing.
Great.
I'm working on. Yeah, I created this little thing, but I think there's something here, because it's actually John Allen, where you take the band, you take it off, and then you're putting it back on, and then you show it's true. That's John Allen, but I really like the scissor thing. So I think it's a nice add-on, and I think it's fun to do it with a broken rubber band and to go straight into something else. So is it new? Yes, it's new, but it's actually old. So people figure out how this works. So I'm not going to release it, but it's a fun little thing, little gag you can do, because you have these stage magicians with the ropes and the cutting things, and you can also do this stuff with rubber bands. And I showed you guys already with the Professor's Nightmare with rubber bands. I think there should be something here. I don't know what yet. So maybe I'm gonna play with it, maybe not. I don't know. So yeah, but you're more welcome to just play with any of these things we showed you, actually.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's rubber band related.
It's great. Yeah. People love that stuff.
I can show you something else that is coming. Let me go deep into my.
So while you're looking for that, will the other things that you're working on, I'll be coming out with the all jazz originals. Is that the plan?
Most of them not, huh? Most of them not. No.
No, the card thing is so the card thing is
Yes.
I already sold to that guy for this one.
No, I want you to do that. My platform is nowhere near good enough for those other effects. No, but we want Danny to shine and let.
So yeah, but I don't mind. I want to share magic, and if it's through O Jazz or to Murphy's or whatever, I'm of course the money is good. I'm not gonna lie to that, but I'm not in it for the money, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I want to share, and I want it to be clean. I want it to be understandable, and I want it. That's the only goal, that the product itself is good enough that people understand how it works. You know, I don't want to tell Danny that we need to hang out at the bar again. Yes, Danny was there. He was one of the guys I showed you. But I'm gonna show you that one effect I showed in the bar.
Oh.
Ooh, so we're gonna get sneak peeks.
All
You should
right.
do that on mine.
Well, I should do that on yours.
Come on, do it.
Stop
Let's
wanking.
go.
Do you have
Let's go.
a thingy? My battery's gonna go.
Oh yeah, I have somewhere.
I have to be honest, when we set this up, I had no idea it was going to be this much fun. Like, you and I have talked before, and I've obviously seen your stuff, but I had no idea it was going to be this much fun. I don't know if that's because it's me and you hanging out, or if it's because All Jazz is there and he's just a cool guy too, but this has become one of my favorite chats so far. It's just been crazy.
Everything. Yeah, but we're down to earth, and I think we need more people like us, like in the community. Like, don't be the dick, be the nice guy, and you get way better along with everyone else. So that's my advice. And I'm gonna stand up for this, so you're gonna get some crutch magic like this here. So
thanks, Danny.
Now Jazz is figuring out something here. Wait, we're gonna do a little move.
Just a little move so we can put the.
It's actually on the other side.
Oh shit.
Because my battery is getting. Wait, we're gonna do this. Watch this. This is like the best magic trick you ever seen, and nothing's happening.
Seen the backstage, okay. Just a moment.
Because we want to hang out with you
This
guys.
is live magic. Here we go. We're hooked in.
So we're hooked in. We didn't prepare for this as well, that it should be so long.
We're wired now. Okay.
We're wired, so we can now go all day long.
All right.
So this is one. Let me show me my face before it's gonna get a little bit awkward. Yeah, this is one. That's also one of the new projects that's coming out. It's gonna be after Corona. So yeah, when Corona's ever over, this is one I can film. But this is what it looks like.
Cool.
So I hope you enjoy. This is my take on Twisting the Kings by Bill Goodwin. So what I have is I have a special cards. I have 4 10s here, and I have 4 jacks. And the most important thing is that you can see the contrast of these cards. So the kings are really bright, and the jacks are really dark and black. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the blacks of the 10s on the table. Sorry. So we take the 10s right here, and I'm gonna leave them right here in full view. So don't miss your eyes on that. So the 10s are there, and I have the jacks up here. I'm going to show you the difference between sleight of hand and real magic. But I've noticed that my sleight of hand is becoming so good, it can look like real magic. So I have the jacks right here, and I'm going to show you the sleight of hand actually. Normally people don't show, but this is the sleight of hand bit. It's just the pinky going a little bit up. And just by doing that, one card turns over in the pack. And as you can see, one card actually turned over in the pack here. But because you're so amazed, I can see, I will do it again. So if you just watch at the pinky, it's just like this. And one card turns over. And that's actually the second card now that turned over. But if you watch really closely, it's actually the pinky that does everything, because this is the sleight of hand bit. But it looks like real magic because that's the third one already. And yeah, because you know what's gonna happen, this is the fourth one, that was the move, and now all 4 cards are turned over.
Nice.
But this was sleight of hand. It looks like real magic, but I would show you the difference. And this is the real magic bit, because if we actually really slowly do this, like an actual twisting the aces, I actually have all 10s over here, and on the table are actually all the jacks.
Nice. Oh man, that's good. That's real good. Oh yes.
Yeah, that's what's keeping up my sleeves. Like, yeah, it's on my Instagram, so people seen. If you're on my Instagram, you've seen probably this already. I've done it a couple of times on my Instagram. It's actually a real life performance. This is not something I do for Instagram. You know, I like Instagram and I love the game of Instagram, but I really love performing live, and everything I create is actually for a live performance. And because it works well for Instagram, that's a plus for me. But yeah, it's fun. So this is a new one that's coming out after the coronavirus. I'm gonna get this filmed with a company. Yeah, so after the coronavirus, we can come together, and when we can come together, we can film this actually properly. And then this one's coming out. So yeah, that's the one. Dominic likes it, so that's good. Yeah, that's one that's coming in the near future, I hope, and otherwise in the future.
Will that one, when it comes out, will that one be coming out as a download, or will it be coming out as a product? You know what I mean?
We are not sure yet.
Okay.
What can I tell? Yeah, I need to be careful what I can tell about this. I think there's gonna be 2 ways of this. So I think there's gonna be a download, and there's gonna be a physical product.
Okay.
So because it's a packet trick, there's gonna be like a physical.
Yeah.
You need this physical thing to make it happen.
Yep.
But most people have this already, actually. So I don't know yet.
And our buddy out there, Tricks of Beats, is saying also maybe a little bit of inspiration there from Mr. Peter Pelican, maybe.
With this one, not.
Okay.
Actually.
While we are at Peter Pelican, he's also going to be releasing something with all jazz originals. He's a very good friend of ours as well. So looking forward to that.
Nice.
But yeah, Peter inspired me so much with this, that of course he's a packet trick master. He's the king, he's the legend, and I'm happy that I can call him as my friend. This one is not inspired by that. This one is really more inspired by Bill Goodwin's Twisting the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've also another version, my version of Twisting the Kings from Bill Goodwin, that's actually Twisting the Aces from Di Vernon. I like his take more because it's cleaner, and I like my take more because it's cleaner than his way, actually. And this was a variation I came up with, a couple of years ago, I think. And yeah, if there's something you want to keep under the radar, don't show to anyone else, actually. And that this is one of them. So
cool.
Yeah, this one is so much fun, and the reactions I get from this one are huge.
Oh, I can tell. I mean, it's that surprise ending is crazy cool. Yeah.
And for magicians, it's a fooler. For laymen, it's really a fooler. And what I like about with this one is I like the presentation. I'm gonna sit down again, because otherwise I'm looking so stupid. I look stupid anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Come on.
But with this one, it's I like the presentation for this one more than the normal Twisting the Aces and Twisting the Kings, because I like to show people what I did with you, to show the difference between sleight of hand and magic. And I'm a fun believer of that. This is an effect where you teach your audience a little bit more about magic without during an effect, I should say more. So during an effect, you tell people actually what you're doing, but it's a red herring, but also not. The red herring is the pinky, of course, because that's not what's causing the cards to flip down. But there is actually sleight of hand going on at that moment, and I like that people to educate people that we actually do sleight of hand, and that there's a difference between sleight of hand and real magic. And I think the kicker, what you already said, is a nice finish of like to show the difference. And yeah, it's because I did it on the table now, but normally, obviously, you put it in someone's hands. That's like a no-brainer. But yeah, when the cards change. And what I like about this version also is you get a lot of confirmations that I need to think now that I have the jacks in my hand all the time. And that's what I like about this one, because each phase, because the cards are turning over, but each phase they see jacks, 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 jacks. And it's overproving without actually overproving it. It's not that I'm saying, look, I got all the jacks in my hand, but during the effect, it's subtly built in that they see so much jacks during the effect of each time a twist happens, that at the end they're convinced without saying that I have all the jacks, they convinced that these are all the jacks. And then when you twist and you have do the real magic, and you have all the tens and they have all the jacks, all jacks, all the jacks. Yeah, that's you have all the jacks. It's like a subtle convincer each and every time that happens, and I really love this. This is really close to my heart, but I'm happy to share. Cool. It's going to be a project actually, so there's going to be also a normal twisting of my variation of Twisting the Kings from Bill Goodwin. There's another one that is actually inspired by Peter Pelican. And what else is there? There's My Way of Dr. Daly's Last Trick also coming in that project. Yeah, and that's it. I think that's the whole project's going to be about. It's going to be about a pack of close-up tricks, all around twisting effects.
Sweet. I'm all about that life. I love that kind of stuff. So I'm stoked to hear about that. That's cool.
Yeah, but also what you're also going to learn is I've a new way of thinking with these kind of packet tricks that I'm not going to share here. I'm not going to tip that. That's what you need to wait for. But what I think is a real game changer in the way we can do packet tricks, I think, in my point of view.
All right.
So it's a subtle thing. It's not a big thing, but it's like El Jazz always says to me, listen to John Gestaferro's 1 Degree Magic.
No.
He's always saying. So
I love John though. Yes.
So but I think it's a small change. It's a little change with a big difference. I think that's the right way to say that.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds right to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a big, I think I'm nitpicky about my own effects and about other effects, and I always want to try to change. Like if my move or my secret move is not good enough for me, I'm always going to try to make it better. And even if it's good enough for a lay audience, I always want to push it for myself to the biggest level I can. And yeah, in trying to push yourself so hard, you will find things, what audience members says to you during performances, and what you take home from those things, that I actually, that's another great advice here in this story, listen to your audience, that I changed so much, because performing it so much, it changed the whole way I think of these kinds of packet tricks. and that's what I'm gonna show you why I think it's better. And yeah, that's on the project itself, but I think there's a new way. Oh, Daniel, I've more than one Dr. Daly's Dr. Daly's last trick. Okay, you guys are putting me on the spot. I'm gonna set up something. I know Luke loves Dr. Daly's last trick. I don't know why.
Also want to let you know,
you
Daniel posted something nice as well that I wanted you to see. He says, thanks to you and All Jazz and me for a fun interview. He says it's really brightened his day. And I wanted to say that too, Danny. Like, I know that you're hanging out with us, and I know that there's a lot of funk in the world. And it is nice that we can use magic and even just talking about it to help people.
Thank you. Thank you.
So.
Let me see. I need to prepare it. Not prepare. I need to practice this because I don't know how it works. when you. I swear to God, I have videos on my Instagram. I'm fooled by it myself. I don't know how I did it.
That's funny.
So let me try to figure this out. If I can figure this out, you tell a nice story to all the lovely people in the world, and I'm gonna figure this out in 2 seconds.
Okay. I will let the guys know that just remember that we also have our new podcast, which is pretty cool. So I'll jump to me for a second. For all of our interviews, if you're not able to watch them all like this, you can listen on the go. We're on all the major podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, et cetera, et cetera. Just look for Murphy's Magic Unplugged Live, and you can listen to our interviews whenever you are out and about. So something to think about, something to check out. And also, if you haven't yet, if you're watching this over on Facebook, the video that's pinned at the top of this page is the one from yesterday. We are doing a giveaway for Hall Pass from Julio Montoro. So make sure you check out yesterday's video. It's pinned above this. Like and comment to enter. And then the same thing on YouTube. Check out yesterday's video, the best new magic tricks for magicians, and like and comment on that on YouTube if you're watching there. And you will have a chance to win that as well. So do it to it. All right.
Good. I'm ready.
No, that was quick. Okay.
Yeah, it's, it still is my effect. So it's somewhere in my back memory. So yeah, we go back to this awful look. Never do this, people, if you're ever performing. Let me see the right angle for you guys. It's really angle sensitive. No, it's not. So Dr. Daly's last trick. So what I have is one king, and I have another king, and I have 2 queens of spades. Mm-hmm. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the queens at the bottom and the kings actually on top. So I have one king right here, and I will place that on the box, and I have the other king right here and place that on the box there. Put the queens over here, and I just give a snap in the middle, and actually I now have both of the queens right on this side. I can show you each and every way that the queens are here, but the kings are actually vanished, and I have actually 2 black tens right here.
Oh yeah, I do like that. Let me give you a round of applause. Let me bring that in. There we go, sound effect. There we go. That was nice. I do love Daly's last trick, and I do love stuff just like that. So very cool.
So yeah, you want to give it away, this one?
Hey, that's up to you, man. That's totally up to you.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Man. Let's people learn some stuff, because this is really a basic kind of handling for it, and yeah. So if you're here at this late hours, you're gonna learn some nice effects as well.
It's not late for them, dude. It's late for us.
No, but they're already in for. What is it? 2.5 hours?
Wow.
We're at 1 hour, and we're almost at 2 hours. Right at that.
Almost 2 hours. So people in the long run are actually gonna learn some magic. So what you need is from any deck of cards. Doesn't matter, blue, red, your own style. Yeah, you need 1 king, or it doesn't actually matter what you use, but I like to use 1 court card, and then an opposite court card, and I use the black queen, and then for the finale, I will use the 2 black 10s. The setup is like this. You place the 2 back 10s at the back, and then this order, it really doesn't matter. But your finale needs to be on top, and then your 2 opposites needs to be here. So if you pick everything up, then one from the go, it's like you have a 10, court card number 1 and court card number 2. We're gonna do a frustration count, but with a little difference, because you're gonna show the first king, and then I'm actually gonna take the top card as a frustration count. So you show, and then you peel off the top one. But now you're gonna do it for real. So you're gonna show the king again, but this time you peel it actually from the bottom. So then you have a 10 and a king right here. So a little recap. So for real, take the top one, and now show and take the bottom one actually. And then you're gonna do another frustration to do a queen and peel the top card, and then there's only 1 card and you can show that. So you showed now 2 kings and 2 queens. Now we're gonna do a modified Elmsley count where we keep the bottom card. Let me show you. I can do this. We can buckle the bottom card like this. Let me see where we go here. And then you're gonna do an Elmsley count with the top 3 cards. So I'm gonna try to expose it. So you buckle like this, and then you take the top card, but you take the bottom card along with it. So that's 1. Now you have 2 cards here. You push the top card over, and you're stealing this card back like a normal Elmsley. That's 2. And then count it off like 3 and 4. And then you do a double lift. What I do, can I teach the Brother John Hammond's double lift here? You think that's okay?
Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, as long as we're, crediting that it's something from him, yeah, I don't see that being a problem. Yeah.
No, okay, but it's a packet. It's a double get ready from Brother John Hammond. Okay. And it's in the yellow book. I don't know what it's called, but it's from there. And what you do is you first do a block push off of all the 3 cards. So I've 3 cards I push with my thumb. So, but by the friction of the bottom card and my palm, it automatically happens. And then with my middle finger, I'm gonna touch the second card from bottom, and I'm gonna push again. And that automatically will get you a double. And that's then the king. And then for the same thing at the back, you just push 3, push 2, and then do a double and place the king, that's actually a queen right here. And then show the top card now, that's the king again. And then put it face down. And because you've shown 2 kings, then you can place these there as the queens. You don't have to overproof everything.
Yep.
You now snap or do your magic guru. I don't know how everyone doing it somewhere in the world. I like to have these on the box. I can grab them like immediately. So if you have a Swen pad with your logo on it, then it also works. I grab them here, and then I do another frustration count. So it's a queen. Peel the top card off. It's a queen again. I like to do with a single card the Stuart Gordon. So real easy. Place it on top. Slide it off again. Show the card again, a queen. And now comes a little top change where you take the card here and then you place it on top. So in slow motion, I will do it again. So it's 1, show 1 queen, 2 queens, Stuart Gordon with 1 card, peel the top card off, show a queen again, and now you change these 2 cards and place this one. So this is what's happening. This goes underneath, and you switch them like a top change, and you drop this card, actually the king, and then you show this one again. I'll show it in full speed again. So it's 1 queen, 2 queen, And just for a little confirmation, there are actually 2 queens here. And then for the finale, you say, I don't actually have the kings here because these are the 10s.
So good.
Yeah, it's a gimmickless. What is it? A gimmickless take on your effect somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you could do that, you could take something and just do it with any deck. It's, I mean, always going to take it. You could do it anywhere, anytime, anywhere. Then, right? So
yeah, you can do that. And yeah, if you just find these 4 cards, yeah, they're in every deck. But it does. I need to point. It doesn't have to be these cards. It can be any card. You can end with the 2 aces. You can put a joker in there. Like, be crazy. My deck is so slim because I'm tearing up cards. Like, I have now 30 cards in my deck, I think. So that's what I could find to do this on the spot. But yeah, you can do it with any deck. So
very nice, nicely done, and thank you, for taking the time to obviously
magic for you guys.
Share that, to share a little something people can play with while they're stuck at home or through quarantine. Or
yeah. But I think this is a nice one everyone can do. So
I was going to say as well, Mark Wybrow, our friend in the UK, I wanted you to know, he says that this has made his evening after a tough time at work for the last few months. He's in the healthcare industry, so he's working at a hospital, and so he's been working a lot of long days and a lot of long hours, and so it's nice to have something like this for him to unplug and to
good
chill out, and just have some fun for a bit. So yeah, wanted you to know that. That's cool.
But that's what we're here for, right? With all of each other, have some fun, enjoy the moments we can have during these times.
Yeah.
And yeah, we don't need to face off the moments that are going on in the world. We need to accept them, listen to your current situation. That's what you should do. And yeah, but yeah, I think after quarantine and after things are over, we should have a lot of better magicians, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, people did wrong things during quarantine. So yeah, spend your time wisely and yeah, read a book, play with stuff, yeah, do whatever you want, and yeah, stay safe. That's the most important thing, I think.
Yeah, I'm guessing, are you guys still on pretty like lockdown? Are you still pretty tight on that over there?
No, I work in a bar like people mentioned, and we have an evening clock at 10 o'clock at the moment. And
events is 30 people maximum.
Yeah, events on 30 people maximum, and in house situations, it's like you can invite 6 people beside your own house situation.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And yeah, so it's really tough, but as I see the numbers going up by day, and they're going up big by day, yeah, I don't see things getting better but worse, unfortunately. But yeah, the only thing I can do and we can do is just stay safe, yeah, hold ourselves on the restrictions we are given. And yeah, if we all do our part, it should go sooner. But yeah, there's 2 sides of a spectrum. So because I know there are people doing it really good, and I also know that people don't giving any, and then you can make every sound you want after that sentence. So so yeah, I think if we do it all together, it's a world problem. And I don't know what his name is in the field, but yeah, respect to you. Thanks for helping us and the people out there to getting better. And I know your job is tough. And yeah, if my contribution is that your light of your day is a little bit lit up by these things, then that's my contribution to you. And that's all I can do and what we can do in the community to make people who work hard and giving them some time, that there are people in the world who has the best for them. And yeah, we want to make a safe, good time. So yeah, I hope he's getting something out of this. He did a nice Monty and a nice what else did we see? Lazy Man's Penetrations and a nice Dr. Daly's Last Trick. Yeah, and yeah, this is fun. This is a nice hangout, and yeah, if we can inspire people, and that's the thing we should do, and that's the thing we can do, I think, and that's the only thing we can do, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we have something as unique and as different as magic is, but normally we would all be stuck, you know, in our own little world. But because of the internet, because of stuff like this, we're able to, you know, connect with more people around the world and do this and hang out. And some people saying thank you, you know, as well. I want to bring this in. Ethan over on YouTube saying thank you, and
Hi, Ether.
had a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. We are over the 2-hour mark. There's your buddy All Jazz. I'll let you guys, let's promote you guys one more time before we get out of here. Here is both of your Instagram accounts. Why don't you tell everybody about that stuff, and then we'll wrap up. So there you go.
So yeah, is there anything people want to know or feel left out, or is there anything you want to know, you want to get off your chest?
I think we got it all through. That's crazy.
So that no one's leaving out.
No, we have a lot of people saying thank you. I wanted you to know that, because I know that you don't always get to see the comments that are pouring in, and I'm working on that too. I've got some new features I'm working on for my guests that'll be able to
very good
to see that. But a lot of people are saying thank you for not only for your time, obviously, but also, you know, for sharing some of your ideas and also teaching the last thing. So yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, man. I mean, keep up with Danny on Instagram at Danny Urbanus. There is his name popping up again, and his buddy there, All Jazz Originals. Make sure to keep up with that as well, and follow those right now on your phone. Or there you go.
I don't understand.
So make sure to do that. And Danny's over in the Netherlands, so it is later in the day for him. What are we at now? 11 o'clock at night for you? Going on almost 11.
Yes, 11:15 actually.
Yeah,
but
okay.
it's fun. So
Cool.
When it's fun, don't look at your watch.
We're gonna go have some more fun now live in All Jazz Originals.
Yeah, I promised to go to his Instagram and go live again, so we're gonna do that. So
Okay.
if you want to go get more of this crazy stuff going on,
We're gonna go live just about when we finish this.
Sounds good. Well, I'll jump on. I'll jump on under the Murphy's account. All right, I'll jump on over there and watch you guys. So everyone
Good.
watching
So
right now, go to Instagram, All Jazz Originals, and get ready. They're going to go live on there, so we can
it's going live right now.
we can
so
push
you
everybody
just-
over there right now. So if you want to keep up with this, go there now.
So yeah,
Cool. All right. Well, then I'll hop on my phone and I will watch you guys on Instagram just like everyone else. Then, all right.
good.
Cool. All right. Well, for me and Danny Urbanus and his buddy All Jazz, we are going to get out of here, and there they are.
One little. We need to have a little famous picture of the kitty cat to just.
This is one of the cats in the big Magic for Cool Cats videos by Jonathan
Ah,
Friedman.
cool. Okay. Very cool. Nice.
So if you ever had a hard time, think of this kitty cat just chilling on a chair.
What a hard life. What a terrible life. Such a hard life.
We're live.
We're live.
All right. There they are. There they are. That's funny.
So we need to say goodbye here and welcome everyone here.
That's correct. Well, we have Chris Dunn. Hey, welcome, Chris Dunn.
Cool. All right, buddy. I'll let you guys go.
I'll see
I'm going to
you
jump on there
later.
too. Everyone go to All Jazz Originals, and we will see you on Instagram. Catch you guys later. Cool. So yeah. Thanks again, Danny.
Peace out.
Yes, peace.
So.